Good, happy Friday evening, April 17, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this evening, so let's begin. First up, 36 new COVID-19 cases identified at Easter Seals residential facility, health officials say. Many cases in new outbreak, asymptomatic, officials say. 3 more people in New Hampshire have died of COVID-19 in another outbreak at a long-term care facility in the state has been identified, health officials said Friday. Dr. Benjamin Chan, the state epidemiologist, said 2 of the 3 recent deaths were associated with outbreaks at long-term care facilities. Overall, 37 people in the state have died of COVID-19. Health Commissioner Lori Shipperton said another outbreak was identified at the Gamion Academy at the Easter Seals facility on Zachary Road in Manchester. Easter Seals said 19 students or clients tested positive along with 17 staff members. The GAMI Academy is a residential care facility for people with developmental disabilities. Easter Seals officials said the facility has residents as old as their late teens, and the cases are asymptomatic. The outbreak was detected because the facility began testing after the state issued new guidelines recommending more testing at residential facilities, officials said. The Department of Health and Human Services dispatched its mobile testing team after some positive cases were found. Health officials said it continues to appear that the state's infection rate is stable, indicating that social distancing practices are working. Overall numbers of positive cases might increase in the days and weeks ahead of more testing comes online, officials said. And now let's take a look at your COVID-19 information, what you need to know. And here is that COVID-19 information, what you need to know. There are 1,287 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 684,920 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 37 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 190 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 34,614 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows where the cases of COVID-19 are in towns and cities of New Hampshire. Manchester, 189 cases of COVID-19. And this chart of data, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. And in the red are the deaths. And your common symptoms: fever, cough, and difficult breathing, how it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information right in New Hampshire. Live special at 7 o'clock p.m. Fundraiser for New Hampshire Food Bank aimed unprecedented times. WMUR, iHeartRadio, partner to host Project Community, New Hampshire Together from Home. Let's take a look at that video from WMUR News 9.
rushed out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Well, unemployment is spiking, and so is the demand for food. From the New Hampshire Food Bank, all day WMUR and iHeartRadio are teaming up to help, thanks to some well-known musicians and celebrities.
Greg Kretschmar from Greg in the Morning Buzz will be joining Sean McDonald and myself for tonight's Project Community, New Hampshire Together from Home special. Good morning to you, Greg. We're going to see a ton of big names tonight, including Tom Bergeron, Adam Sandler, and Seth Meyers also joining to get the message out.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know what I'm excited about? A couple of things, not just the celebrities, but just the feeling of community that everybody is really jumping at the chance to be able to help. And that, to me, was kind of the reason behind the whole idea. We can help folks from our very own homes, and we could be entertained from some of our favorites from their living room. So I'm really excited about tonight. It's going to be special.
Greg, you also do the Lend a Helping Can, which is a huge promotion for the food bank. So this is clearly a cause near and dear to you.
Yeah, it'll be our 30th year doing Lend a Helping Can to help support not only the New Hampshire Food Bank, but other agencies as well, because I just kind of we all grew up in New England as we help our neighbors. And, you know, with the average day before a pandemic, the average person in New Hampshire, 1 out of 9, doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. 1 out of 9. And that's when things are going well. Imagine what that's like now with the unemployment rising to record heights and the donations are dropping for the New Hampshire Food Bank. So anything all of us can do together can make a big difference. And you can text right now on your phone. If you text NHUnity to the number 76278, you can make a donation to the New Hampshire Food Bank right now.
Awesome.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. And we're going to see you in our next half hour as well, and see you tonight as well.
Thanks, Greg. Well, you don't have to wait to help the New Hampshire Food Bank. You can visit nhfoodbank.org/community project to make a donation. And as Greg just said, you can text NHUnity to 76278 and choose how much you would like to contribute.
And we do hope that you're going to join Greg, Sean, and myself for Project Community, New Hampshire Together from Home. That's tonight at 7 o'clock, right here on WMUR.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. So tune in at 7 p.m. on WMUR, or you can go to the WMUR News 9 website and see it in a streaming in above that article right there. And we will share that link for you on the Riley King Network Facebook page at 7 p.m. 31 flu-related deaths reported in New Hampshire this season. No children have died of the flu, health officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
停！你们俩都对，填好2020年人口普查就可以获得更多的医疗资金，赶紧上网填，还有电话专线呢。真的？好。
Time flu season is yet. It's already caused dozens of deaths in New Hampshire this year. In fact, according to the state health department, 31 adults have died with no flu-related deaths in children. The season typically ends around mid-May, with current cases downgraded from widespread to regional.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green, went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green, went up. S&P 500 closed in the green, went up. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. U.S. 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in the green, went up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Dow jumps 700 points on hope for a coronavirus treatment. Closes at the highest level since March. Stocks surged on Friday after a report said a Gilead Sciences drug showed some effectiveness in treating the coronavirus, giving investors some hope there could be a treatment solution that helps the country reopen faster from the widespread shutdowns that have plummeted the economy into a recession. Coronavirus updates. China increases Wuhan death toll by 50%. China added 1,290 deaths, revisiting its number from Wuhan. More than 2.2 million people have been diagnosed with the novel coronavirus worldwide as the spread of the virus continues. The global coronavirus death toll stands at more than 151,000 people, according to data compiled by the Center for Systems Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. The actual numbers, however, are believed to be much higher. Many cities and states have begun continuing probable deaths caused by COVID-19, including in New York City, the epicenter for the disease in the United States. The U.S. has more cases and deaths than any other country in the world, with over 684,000 diagnosed cases and at least 34,614 deaths. Today's biggest developments. Wuhan death toll increases 50%. More African Americans have died in NYC than any other group. New Jersey reports 1,530 deaths at long-term care facilities. And that does it for this Friday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and bye.